Hey you guys, it's Carolyn from Homesteading Family, and welcome to video 2 on a series that I'm doing on how to manage your productive household. If you haven't seen video 1, go back and check that one out. But today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 6 steps that I take for a successful morning to get myself up and going and in the frame of mind to successfully manage my home during the day. This can be really hard, especially if you're a new mom, you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you're not in the habit of getting up early, but setting and framing your day is, I find for me, one of the most important parts of the day in terms of getting up and getting going and having a productive and successful day. So tip number 1 for me that makes all the difference in the world is to be up significantly before my little children. Now, I have some older children who are really self-sufficient in the morning, and they're up really early. They're up often doing chores and doing school, sometimes even before I'm awake, but they know to be quiet and keep the household quiet. So I don't try to be up before them, but it's really important to be up before the main household wakes up, and give yourself time to get awake and do the things you need to do to take care of yourself in order to start the day off on the right foot. For me, that means I need to be up at least an hour before the little people are getting up, the people who are going to need my attention right off. Okay, the first thing that I do when I get up is I drink a big glass of water. Especially if you're a mom and you're busy, maybe you didn't have an awesome night of sleep because the kids were up, or whatever it is that you're dealing with. Drinking a big glass of water first thing in the morning is just an amazing way to get your body up and going and ready for the day. I know it's really easy to grab for that cup of coffee first or that caffeine first, but in the long run, that's actually not going to suit you really well. Get your body hydrated. It's going to give you more energy. You're going to feel it right off. Okay, right after I drink my water, I take some really important time to take care of myself a little bit, which means I take between 15 minutes and 30 minutes to do some exercises. I have some exercise programs that I love doing that are just on my computer. I love putting my headset on and just having some really uplifting music that just is going to get me in the frame of mind for the whole day. It gives me a good boost of energy. Yes, I do it before coffee. I do it before I do anything else. I just go right there by my bed and do about 15 minutes to 30 minutes of exercises. Most of them are kind of more stretching, breathing type exercises, but every few days, about every other day, every third day, I put in kind of a longer intensive workout. This doesn't even have to be your main workout time during the day, but just get moving first thing in the morning. It just wakes up your body and gets you going. Okay, the next thing that I do, and I highly recommend you do, is to take some quiet or prayer time. This is the time for me that I read my Bible, I do Bible study, and then I take some prayer time. If you don't read your Bible, if that's not a habit you're in, it'd be a great time to just have some reflective time. This is a really important part of the day. This reminds you to have your priorities straight and not just start scrambling. And I highly recommend whatever you believe religiously, wherever you're at spiritually, take some quiet time, take some prayer time in the morning before the kids get up and really start that day off. Okay, the next thing that's really important, moms, I know a lot of us struggle with this, I get completely dressed. I do my hair and I do my makeup. Now, none of that takes very long. I don't go overboard with any of it, but I make sure that I never go out into the public spaces of the house without being dressed, at least in the mornings, without being fully dressed and ready for my day, my shoes on, ready to hit the day. That just sends a signal, I think, and it sets the tone for the fact that I am going to be working. Get the fly off the lens there. I am going to be working that day and I am ready for it. So before my kids even see me, I am getting myself ready, and it just sends that signal. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm showing up for my job. Okay, and the last thing I do before I get to being part of the house, before the kids are awake, is I make sure to make my bed. I know this seems like a silly thing, But every day that I make my bed ends up being a much more productive day. And again, I think it just sets the tone for the day that says, look, I'm already doing something productive. I'm not in a scramble. I'm taking the time to take the steps to make things nice. And it sets the tone for a highly productive day. So I'd really encourage you guys to consider putting some of these elements or all of these elements into your morning routine to help you set the tone for a productive household management day in your house.